Hi, I'm Sarah Bilodeau, a drama therapist at Nature's Playhouse. This is part 3 of a video series on how to help our child when they have big feelings and big behaviors. Today we'll look at children's behaviors, tools to help us understand these, and why making sense of behavior really matters. So let's dive in. A child's behavior is communication. It's a clue telling us something about what is happening inside of them. By tuning into their internal experience with non-judgment, we can gain a deeper understanding of our child. And this can orient how we respond, where we can meet them where they are and support their underlying feelings and needs that may be causing the behavior. This can help our child to feel seen, heard, understood, and cared for. It can help them understand themselves, and it can work through behaviors in ways that fosters their development and our relationship. I'd like to speak with you about the autonomic nervous system, as it offers us a lens that can help us understand our child's internal state and their behavior. This was developed by Stephen Porges and his polyvagal theory. This theory has 3 pathways, and the pathway that will become activated in the child will depend on how they feel in a situation. Their nervous system will react to cues that they experience through their body and that they receive through the people that they're with and their environment. The first pathway is where the activation level, the energy level, is regulated, meaning it's balanced. And this is the ventral vagal system. Here the child is connected to you, connected to their environment, or wanting to connect. They might look alert, focused, engaged, thoughtful, empathetic. Maybe it looks like they're relaxed and happy. It looks like they're also feeling safe and ready to learn and ready to collaborate. There's a therapist called Robyn Gobbel who uses animal metaphors to represent the different states of the nervous system, and she calls this one the owl brain. I'm sharing these animal states with you because I find them quite memorable. I've seen them to be helpful with families, and I hope that it will help you to remember these pathways. Okay, so that's the owl brain. Then there's the second pathway, and here the activation and the energy level is increasing. The sympathetic nervous system is being activated. You might see the child moving more when they're here or moving constantly. Maybe they look agitated, irritated. Perhaps they look anxious or angry. The intensity of their feeling and behavior can change and increase depending on the pathway that they're in. And so if they are higher up in this pathway, you might see behaviors that can become more like defiant and aggressive behaviors, like kicking, hitting, maybe throwing things. They might also be closing their eyes, like seemingly trying to get away from the situation, or might literally run away. They are in fight or flight mode. And Robyn Gobbel's metaphor for this pathway is the dog brain. Then we get into the third pathway, which is the opposite. The energy is decreasing. And this is the dorsal vagal system being activated. Here the child is moving slowly. They might appear sluggish, bored, maybe sick, tired, or sad. Maybe they're having a hard time to get started with things. Maybe it looks like they're avoiding to do something, to do some work. They might also fawn, which is to be overly compliant, eager to please and accommodate, to be accommodating. They might also freeze in place. Maybe they look numb. Perhaps they zone out and seem to have glazed eyes. Maybe they're detaching and seem to have a hard time to concentrate, or they are withdrawing. The deeper they get in this pathway, the more they are collapsing. It might get to a point where they're not responding at all. They are dissociating or could even fall asleep instantly. Robyn Gobbel's metaphor for that is the possum brain. So there's the owl, the dog, and the possum brain. And as you're trying to make sense and understand why the behavior is happening and what their internal state might be, you can also ask yourself, what are their feelings? And why are they feeling like this right now? Also, what do they need to navigate this situation? I'd like to share an example where the activation and energy level is only starting to increase and the dog brain is starting to be lit up. Let's say my child starts to yell when I start zipping his coat. I might say, "Oh, whoa, you look upset, yeah? Oh, yeah. Is that because you wanted to do this by yourself? Okay, you can be upset, and I understand why. Can you just tell me what you want with a softer voice?" Okay, and you might say, "Whoa, my child's behavior is a lot more intense than this." Yes, of course. Behavior and feelings can get a lot more intense, a lot bigger. And it might be that in those cases, they are deeper in the activation in their nervous system and into the dog or possum brain. Often when that happens, they can benefit from more connection and more regulation or co-regulation. Co-regulation is when we offer them emotional support, and often this needs to happen first before they can handle their own feelings in their development. I give some tips about how to co-regulate in a short blog article that's on Nature's Playhouse website, and the link for that is below this video. And also the two first videos before this can help you to get into a place where co-regulation can be easier to do. So as a way to close for today, I'd like to invite us to remember that how we define our child's behavior will impact how we view them, how we feel about them, how we approach them and relate to them. And this can all impact their feelings, how they feel about themselves, and their behavior. So let's be curious, kind, and keep asking ourselves why when our child has big feelings and behaviors. A lot of the thoughts that I've shared with you today are informed by my therapy practice and practitioners and researchers whose names are cited below this video if you want further reading. If you like this video, please subscribe to Nature's Playhouse YouTube channel and look out for future videos. And if you have any concerns or questions about your child's behavior, or perhaps your own that may be getting triggered by your child's behavior, please don't hesitate to get in contact with us at Nature's Playhouse. Thanks for watching, and I wish you all the best.